What is going on, peoples? Well, uh, as the title reads, it wasn't me, the one that gave up on the truck. It was one of my ex drivers. Uh, he drove for us for about, let's say, a year and a half, maybe a year. And he ended up going company for a little bit. There were some issues there. And then he decided that it was time for him to get his own truck. I was all down for it. Good dude. He works his ass off. And we pretty much walked him through the whole process of getting the truck, leasing on, and all that other good stuff. I never doubted him. I I truly thought that you know he's gonna do big things with the truck. He's gonna grow into a fleet, and do some big things. But gave up on it. It's sad. It's sad to us because, like I said, he worked for us and he worked his ass off. He put in a lot of hours, and I always tell people, learn it and then you'll earn it. You know, I didn't doubt this guy was gonna do big things with his truck. You know, I knew he was gonna do big things because he's a hard worker. But for whatever reason, I guess the breakdowns on the truck got to him. He ended up buying. Well, he ended up financing a 2014 Freightliner Evolution, and he got it with 400,000 miles, and he had it for maybe a year and 8 months, and he was already at 700,000 miles on the truck. So that tells you that he's no joke behind the wheel. The dude, he he runs. He runs good. But it was sad to us that he ended up calling me up and telling me that he gave the truck back. They repoed the truck. Well, they didn't repo it. He drove it back to the dealer, and he had already talked to the finance company, and he gave it back. But it was kind of sad for me because, like I said, he's a good dude. He works hard, and I really thought that he was gonna do something with his truck. That truck was not gonna be his last truck. But for what he was telling me is that it was too much. It was too much for him. He couldn't deal with the breakdowns on the truck. There's too many breakdowns, and he just couldn't deal with it. So he ended up going back to a company driver with full benefits and getting paid hourly. So now he's what I call a milker. Company drivers, that's what they do. They milk the clock. And that's what he is. He's on the clock. He gets paid by the hour. But to each his own. It's just sad. To how people they don't understand what it is to own a truck. You think it's just like a regular vehicle. That you're just gonna finance it and then give it back. To me, it's not that. To me, that's my office. I take my truck seriously. going back and giving that truck back is not an option for me, you know. I'm gonna make something out of this. And that's why I say learn it and then you'll earn it, you know. Learn the business. Learn the business before you decide you want to buy a truck. Before you decide that you want to lease on or you want to be an owner operator. Learn the business, man. Don't uh, don't just give up, you know, because it's just like buying a home, you know. There's no going back, you know. That's the way you have to think, you know. There's no going back. Once I put this down payment on this house, once I put this down payment on this truck, you know, I gotta bite the bullet and just deal with it, you know. I've had a lot of breakdowns, especially on my first truck. I didn't even know how to turn a wrench, you know, but I just stuck to it, and everything worked out. I ended up learning more about trucks. I ended up learning more about the engines and brakes, shocks, and stuff like that. You know, I winged it a lot of times, you know, trying to fix this truck, but eventually I got it. But this is just to let you guys know you do not give up on your truck. You know, you do not give up on something that you put all your effort into at the beginning for when it starts breaking down, you just start giving up. That's not the way it works, you know. You're gonna have a lot of rust spots, a lot of rust spots. You're gonna have a lot of uphills before you have downhills. So it's all about just hanging in there, you know. Don't give up. If your dream is to be a truck driver, if your dream is to own your own truck, don't give up on your dream, man. But again, a lot of people talk about the beginning, you know, when you first buy your truck, and the end, when you're making, you know, some good money, but they don't talk about the in between part, which is the breakdowns, you know. How much money are you going to come out of pocket each month, you know? Do you have sufficient money for when the truck does have a big breakdown, you know? Stuff like that. So I'm telling you guys the middle part. You're gonna have some headaches. You're gonna have a lot of uphills before you have some good downhills. You're gonna have a lot of breakdowns, but you're gonna have to work through all that. Do not give up on that truck. To me, that's just my point of view. That would be your biggest mistake for you to give up on your truck, because that is your business. Not only that, it's messing up your credit. So, so yeah, people, don't give up on that truck. Just handle your business. If you have $200 left in your bank account, and that's what it's gonna cost to fix that truck, fix the truck. Believe me, I've gone without paying bills trying to fix these trucks, and it's worked out pretty good. Believe me, it's worked out pretty good. You just gotta hang in there, man. Hang in there, because giving up on that truck, that should not be an option for you. All right, people, I just thought I'd drop this video to give you guys a little sad story on my behalf. Hopefully it'll help somebody out there, motivate somebody not to give up. If you're out there driving, drive safe, be safe. We'll see you guys in our next video.